Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Real Film Reviews Podcast. I'm Eric.
I'm Corbett.
I was about to say that. I fucked that up.
You fucked this all up.
Back into the MCU with Spider-Man Homecoming from 2017. The MCU's first solo Spider-Man outing. Did you see it in theaters?
No, I did not. I saw it probably about not quite 2 years after it came out. So it was a little bit after it came out before I saw it.
Probably around the time Far From Home came out.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Directed by John Watts, starring Tom Holland, Michael Keaton, Jon Favreau, Zendaya, Donald Glover, Jacob Batalon, Lauren Harrier, Tony Revolori, Bokeem Woodbine, Marissa Tomei, and Robert Downey Jr.
Bokeem Woodbine.
Yeah.
Can't get right. Or so awesome.
Or Great Value.
Great Value Dave Chappelle.
I was about to say David Spade. Great Value Dave Chappelle. It's crazy how much he looks like Dave Chappelle.
He does. He really does.
It's crazy.
But like I was saying to you earlier, whenever I think of Bokeem, he can't get right from life.
Yep.
Didn't say a damn word throughout that whole movie. It was so funny still.
He just couldn't get right. Screenplay by Jonathan Goldstein, John Francis Daly, John Watts, Christopher Ford, Chris McKenna, and Eric Summers. One of these names in here should be familiar to
Chris McKenna.
No.
That sounds familiar to me.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it does, actually.
Okay. Well, I was thinking this screenplay was written by like these people, but
right.
John Francis Daly.
John Francis
He's an
Daly.
actor.
John Daly?
Yep. John Francis Daly.
Hold on.
I don't think you can name it right off the bat, but we've talked about this movie many times.
We have. I just...
He's the dude in Waiting that was training.
That's right.
And he didn't get to say a word until the end.
That's right. I remember now.
The movie, which I found out
and
doing
he
these
blew up at the end of the movie.
Yep.
He points at Dave Cook. I hope you burn in hell. What the fuck did I do to you, man?
Produced by Kevin Feige and Amy Pascal. The reason why there's another name besides Kevin Feige is she is the head of Sony.
Okay.
Which Marvel Studios and Sony are sharing Spider-Man rights. So,
well, didn't Sony team up with Columbia also?
I think so.
Yeah, didn't they team up, Sony and Columbia?
Oh, cinematography by Salvatore Totino. That's a cool ass name.
Salvatore Totino,
Edited by Dan Liebenthal and Debbie Berman. Music by Michael Ignacio. Release date was July 7th, 2017, and on a budget of $175 million. Box office was $880.9 million.
July 7th. That was my uncle's birthday.
I guess y'all didn't go see it.
No, he wanted to though. But he was already starting to get bad off at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the uncle.
Yeah, that uncle, yeah.
Okay. In the film, Peter tries to balance high school life with being the hero Spider-Man while facing the Vulture. Ooh. Yes.
Yes, it's been a while. I had to.
It's okay. I'm not mad.
If you were, I couldn't give a shit.
Well, following the November 2014 hacking of Sony's computer, emails between Sony Pictures Entertainment co-chairman Amy Pascal and President Doug Belgrad were released, stating that Sony wanted Marvel Studios to produce a new trilogy of Spider-Man films while Sony retained creative control, marketing, and distribution. Discussions between Sony and Marvel broke down, and Sony's plan to proceed with its own slate of Spider-Man films. However, in February 2015, Sony Pictures and Marvel Studios announced that they would release a new Spider-Man film with Kevin Feige and Pascal producing, the latter through her company Pascal Pictures. The character would first appear in an earlier Marvel Cinematic Universe film, which was later to be revealed as Captain America Civil War. Marvel Studios would explore opportunities to integrate MCU characters into future Spider-Man films, which Sony Pictures would continue to finance, distribute, and have final creative control over. Both studios have the ability to terminate the agreement at any point, and no money was exchanged with the deal. However, a small adjustment was made to a 2011 deal that gave Marvel full control of Spider-Man's merchandising rights in exchange for a one-time payment of $175 million to Sony and paying up to $35 million for each future Spider-Man film, rather than receiving their previous 5% of a Spider-Man film's revenue. Marvel could now reduce their $35 million payment if the co-produced film grossed more than $750 million, which it did.
Yeah, most definitely.
Marvel Studios still received 5% of the first dollar gross of the film. Lone Star Funds also co-financed the film with Sony via its LSC Films Corporation deal, covering 25% of the $175 budget, while Columbia Pictures officially served as co-producer with Marvel Studios. Sony also paid Marvel Studios an undisclosed producer fee.
Okay.
I'm glad they did all this because we needed Spider-Man. We definitely needed Spider-Man in these movies.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of sucks that the whole MCU universe and stuff like that was not put into play whenever Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man came out.
There was a rumor that maybe one day when we talk to the X-Men about the X-Men or Spider-Man,
right?
But I think it was either Spider-Man going to make a cameo in X-Men or Wolverine was going to cameo in Spider-Man, but they were going to do it with Hugh Jackman, but that never happened because they couldn't think of the rights.
Right.
I still don't understand that. Like, y'all got the opportunity to share. Y'all did it right here.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't y'all stop being so damn greedy? And y'all would have thought about this a long time ago. Like how it said the plan broke down.
Yeah.
It's like, why couldn't you have just come up with something? Well, you're so greedy.
Well,
you could have easily done it.
I mean, maybe I'm seeing this from a different point of view, but I think if they would have put Wolverine as a cameo in there, I think it would have done better.
Yeah, I really think so too.
That's what I'm saying, because it's like Hugh Jackman, one of the biggest actors on the planet, coming back as Wolverine.
Yep.
I mean, come on. I mean, it would make sense, but I don't know. I don't know movie writing that much.
Marvel has been working to add Spider-Man to the MCU since at least October of 2014, when they announced their slate of Phase 3 films, with Kevin Feige saying Marvel doesn't announce anything officially until it's set in stone. So we went forward with that Plan A in October, with the Plan B being if the deal was to happen with Sony, how it all would shift. We've all been thinking about the Spider-Man films as long as we've been thinking about Phase 3. Avi Arad and Matt Tolmach, producers of the Amazing Spider-Man films, were set to serve as executive producers, with neither director Mark Webb nor actor Andrew Garfield returning for the new film. Sony was reporting looking for an actor younger than Garfield to play Spider-Man, with Logan Lerman and Dylan O'Brien considered frontrunners. In 2015 of March, Drew Goddard was being considered to write and direct the film, while O'Brien said he had not been approached for the role. Goddard, who was previously attached to a Sony film based on the Sinister Six, later said that he declined on the new film as he thought he didn't really have an idea for it and struggled with the idea for working on a new film after spending a year working on the Sinister Six film. Where is this right here? It also said the character Peter Parker would be around 15 to 16 years old in the film, which would not be an origin story, since there have been 2 retellings of that origin story in the last 13 years.
Yeah.
So we're going to take it for granted that people know that and the specifics. Peter's Uncle Ben is still referenced in the film, but not by name. There was going to be a thing to include a reference, but they decided not to. And they didn't want his death to feel like a throwaway line. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and also, too, around April that year, Nate Wolff, Aisha Butterfield, Tom Holland, Timothy Chalamet, and Liam James were under consideration for Sony's to play Spider-Man, with Holland and Butterfield as the frontrunners. Joseph Quinn, Chandler Riggs, and Zachary Gordon also auditioned for the role. Rob Downey Jr. was revealed to be in the film as Stark. Watts noted that Stark was always a part of the film's story because of his interactions with Peter in Civil War. Downey Jr. was paid $10 million for his interactions with Peter in Civil War. No, I read the wrong one. He was paid $10 million for his involvement. He was on screen for only somewhere in between 8 to 15 minutes.
Right.
John Leguizamo was also approached to fill in the role of Toomes after Keaton had scheduling conflict while filming The Founder. He found a workaround and they cast him. So imagine John Leguizamo as the Vulture.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna be honest. I think it would have worked. I do.
Yeah, I mean, he was a pretty good bad guy in Spawn, but of course, naturally, that was all makeup and like fat suits and stuff like that. But he made a pretty convincing bad guy, so I guess it could have worked.
I could just picture him as his character in The Pest. I've never seen The Pest, but I always seen like clips.
Yeah, but I've never seen it. I've never seen The Pest.
Okay. No. So that's our. And now we got Spider-Man, and now we're getting more, but we'll talk about it towards the end.
Right.
You ready to get into this?
All right, let's go.
Okay, so following the Battle of New York in 2012, Adrian Toomes and his salvage company are contracted to clean up the city, but their operation is taken over by the Department of Damage Control, a partnership between Tony Stark and the U.S. government. So you start with a little kid's drawing of the Avengers, a little crude drawing, and he's showing everyone how to work on the stuff. And one of his guys comes in late.
And one of the guys was trying to cut the stuff in half with a cutting blade from a grinder. He's like, no, you got to use their own stuff.
And how easy it was to just be popped off all these little pieces. Pop. But then Damage Control comes in and
kind of takes over everything.
Yep, and he put all he can into it. With his business.
I'd have been pissed.
Yeah.
I'd have been mad just like
he could have probably called Tony Stark and they would have maybe worked something out. Or Tony could have, since it was a big job, Tony maybe, I don't know, could have paid them like a sum to work out there because there was so much. Because this was after the Battle of New York.
Yeah, so it was a lot. Yeah,
they're in the when they crashed the worm in the Avengers movie, and Hulk punches Thor off the worm, like Grand Central Station. I think that's where it is. Yeah, that's where they're working on, and he gets upset because one of the guys makes fun of him. I guess you shouldn't put all your eggs in a basket. Oh. You didn't follow through. You shouldn't fall through. He's like, yeah. And he punches the dude in the face, and they pull the guns on him. He's like, dude, chill out.
It's like, dude, he didn't draw a weapon on him. He just punched him in the face.
But one of his crew members put a little piece in the pocket. So.
But still, stop being a little bitch and throw your hands up and do that.
Yep. So he's gone, and the dude that put the thing in his pocket.
Yeah.
What's his name? I wrote it down right here. Michael Chernus. I saw him first in Orange is the New Black, and he played John Wayne Gacy in a limited series on, I think it was Amazon.
I haven't watched that. I want to check that out.
Devil in Disguise. It's pretty good. I only watched half of it, but it's pretty good. And they get back to their place, and they're like, yeah, I don't know what we're gonna do. But then he realized he had the piece in his pocket, and then they had a truck the stuff that they were supposed to give, but they forgot, and they were gonna give it back. But he's like, nope, times are changing.
Right.
We're gonna do this. So
we're gonna change with it. So
and then we cut 8 years later. Now this is something that confuses a lot of people. You know, we got Iron Man in 2008, Iron Man 2 in 2010,
yep.
and then Avengers in 2012, Thor in 2011.
Yeah, Thor.
Everyone's wondering the time frame of these movies because everyone was thinking Homecoming comes out in 2017, so it should be 2017 when the movie's taking place. But they show New York in the Battle of New York in 2012.
Yeah.
That would be 2020, 8 years later.
Yeah.
I still kind of find it a little hard to follow this stuff.
It is. It's a little difficult.
However, what I like to think of so far, I mean, I could be totally wrong. Okay, we get Iron Man in 2008. All right?
Yes.
And we get Iron Man 2 in 2010. However, that movie, the second movie, takes place about a year after.
About a year after the first one.
Okay,
yeah.
So we get it's 2008 and then 2009. And then even in 2012 we got Avengers, but they said they had a visitor from another place, which was Thor. They were talking about Thor. So what I think is all that shit happens around the same week.
Right.
You got Iron Man 2008, Iron Man 2, Hulk, and Thor all take place in 2009.
Yes.
And then the next year is 2010 Avengers.
See, and I pretty much gathered that up.
Because if you think in Civil War, Vision says that in the 8 years since Tony Stark declared himself as Iron Man, you got 2008. So it's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, which Civil War was in 2016. So it takes place in 2016.
Right.
And then, but a year later is supposed to be the Avengers.
Yes.
And then this would take place 2009, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So this would be 2017. However, it still says that even in the movie that it was New York 2012.
Yes, right after the battle.
Yeah.
So they're cleaning up and everything like that. Then 8 years later, which would be 2020.
Yeah.
So maybe.
See, it's one of those things like
either this was a mess up that they missed, or they meant to put the timeline in 2020.
Yeah, we don't know. It doesn't.
That's the thing. That's the thing. But at the same time, if it was, if it was in 2020, the actual timeline for the movie, then that would make Endgame in a different time.
No. It wouldn't make it a different time. It'd still be in their time frame. But
I don't know. Like,
see, that's the thing. I kind of wish they would have followed that in. It's hard to explain, but I'll talk more about it on Endgame because there's something I want to talk about there.
But basically, I'm just saying is like maybe that was just a screw up.
Yeah,
I don't know. I could be wrong though.
It could be. We'll never know. I think Kevin Feige was asked this one time, and I don't remember what he said.
Yeah, because of course fans are gonna be very observant on shit like that. So yeah.
Yeah, so we get 8 years later, and Toomes has his Vulture outfit and wings. So, and then we get a video of Peter recording himself while Happy goes to get him. he's filming in the back of the thing.
In the limousine,
And he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "I'm recording." He's like, "No, you're not supposed to show that to anybody." He's like, "I know." Then why are you narrating? Because it's fun. He's like, "Oh." He's like, "So why do they call you Happy?"
He rolls the privacy window up.
Yeah, so they get in a private plane, and he sits down. He sits right across from him. He's like, "Is this your first time on a plane? First time on any plane?" And he gets up and walks to the back.
He's like, "No, you're not going to sit right here next to me."
And he gets in his face while he's sleeping. And they get to Germany. They get to his hotel room, and he's amazed by the hotel room.
Yeah.
And he's telling him to suit up. And he puts on his makeshift suit.
Yeah.
Which we didn't know. I mean, of course, we saw it in Civil War, but he didn't know that he had a suit. So he went to another room, which is in the same hotel room, and he opens it up, and we get his suit from 2016. He's recording. He's like, "This is the best day ever." And Happy's like, "Come on, let's go." And so
we got to go.
and then they show him recording. He's like, "Okay, there's him. There's him." And he's like, "Wait, who's that right there?" I think he's talking about Black Panther.
Yeah.
And then he's like, "Underoos." He's like, "Oh, that's me." And he just does this weird flip and grab, which in more detail, it was in Civil War.
Yeah.
They show him flip, but this one was just a crude kind of just everyone.
But I just took Captain America's shield and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden he disappeared out in the front. And he seemed to shoot across real quick.
That's when he's like, "Oh yeah, I was fighting." He's just Tony Stark said, "Hey, Underoos," and I come out there and I hit Captain America, and then Ant-Man grows behind. He's like, "Oh, what the hell? That guy's big now."
That's right.
Yeah, he swings up to get him, and they show him get knocked around. And then
that might have been who he was talking about. Like, "Oh, I don't know him." He might have been talking about Ant-Man too.
Probably.
Yeah.
But he's explaining the whole thing. He's recording and explaining it in his hotel room. He gets a knock on the door, and it cuts a flip over the bed.
Yeah.
Happy's like, "We got thin walls here."
He's like, "We got thin walls." I heard everything you said pretty much.
And then they show him with Tony, and he's like, "Hey, man, what you wearing? Something skimpy, I hope." But
hey, not gonna lie, she's that's a beautiful woman, Marissa Tomei.
Yeah,
that's a beautiful woman.
So yeah, Iron Man. Spider-Man wants to be an Avenger, but Tony says no, he's not ready.
Not ready yet. Yeah.
And he's like, what did he say? He's like, "Don't do anything I would do, and don't do anything I wouldn't do." There's a little gray area there, stay in there. And then he reaches over to open the door for him, but he reaches for a hug. He's like, "I'm not hugging you, just getting the door for you. We're not there yet."
We're not there yet.
And then he gets in his room, and then he's in school. It's 2 months later. After that.
After the fight, yeah.
So yeah, he's walking to school, and he's in high school, but it's one of those smart kid schools.
Yeah.
I think I forgot to write it down. It's Midland or something. Midtown School for Science and Technology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because all of the kids that go over there are like advanced.
And we get their version of Flash Thompson, which is a nerdy kind of dude, but still threatens to beat him up.
Yeah, he's one of those rich boy.
I was telling him this is our third iteration of Flash Thompson, and I'm gonna be honest, I like this dude because he's smart, but he's also a bully and a slight asshole.
I like him and stuff like that, but in certain aspects of, especially the first and the second one, he's a little bit of a bitch.
Yeah, that's the point. I think that's the point.
He's a little bit of a bitch versus Sam Raimi's version of
Magic Mike.
Yeah, he's
Joe Manganiello. No, I don't know how to pronounce the dude's last name.
He built like a brick shit house, and he's really tough and everything like that.
I wouldn't want to fight me neither.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to fight me either.
But he we get Ned Leeds, played by Jacob Baratol, I think Bathatol. I mispronounced that, but that's his best friend, and they are shown eyeing one of the girls, Liz, staring at her. Like, make sure we not stare at her, to make it look too weird. And then we get Michelle in there saying that you guys are losers. It's like, why are you sitting with
Why
us?
sitting with us? How did she say
I
that?
don't remember.
I get.
And then they're having an academic decathlon. They're gonna answer questions and stuff for this thing.
Yeah,
this tournament
stupid
coming up.
smart questions. Yeah.
And Peter's quitting, and he's talking to the teacher. And this is what I wanted to talk to you about several movies back. But if you remember, this dude is Martin Starr. He was in The Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton. Remember when Banner snuck into the school with the pizza?
Yes.
And they show that student in the background with a piece waving at him while he gets on the computer? That's him.
Oh, yeah.
And they're saying that he's smart and he went from there to a teacher at school.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same guy.
Okay.
And supposedly, according to Marvel, that's his character.
That's pretty cool. I never realized that. That's cool.
Which I like. I like this dude. He's funny. He wants to focus on crime fighting activities with Spider-Man. As Spider-Man, and when he's talking about quitting the thing, Michelle says he already quit this and this. Everyone looks at him. She's like, "I'm not obsessed. I'm just very observant." He's like, "I got an internship with Tony Stark," and Flash says,
"Yeah."
Flash says that he's got a date with Black Widow, and one of the kids hits the bell. And, that is false. And the teacher's like, "What did I tell you about using the bell for comedic purposes?" He gets out of there quick, and he goes to get him a sandwich from Mr. Delmar, and he's asking him, he's like, "How's your aunt?"
That was funny.
And he's like, "She's good," and he speaks French to her, the hot Italian woman's what he says. And then
was it French or was it Italian that he was speaking?
I think it was Spanish.
Or it might have been Spanish.
It was Spanish.
Might have been Spanish, yeah.
And but he said,
how's your daughter?
Yeah, how's your daughter in Spanish?
And he goes, like that face. That look, he went from smiling to.
And he gets his sandwich.
He's like, "I'll be $10." You said it was $5. It's like after that comment, it's 10.
Like, come on, and he gets it to him. And he gets on his suit, which is vacuum sealed after he puts it on. We found out.
Yeah.
And he goes to do some web swinging. Tries to catch a guy that steals a bike, and he's asking people. So he
is this your bike? Is your bike?
Yeah. So he's like, "Don't steal this bike. If this is yours, take it. Like, don't steal it or whatever." And he's just.
Yeah.
But he's got on the roof.
That dude.
What did he say? He's like, "Hey, Spider-Man, are you Spider-Man?" Like, yeah. And he's like, "Do a flip."
But I told him before, I was like, "Is it just me or do a lot of the guys on here sound like they haven't hit puberty yet? But their voices are all high pitched and shit. It's funny."
So he he's there's the guy that looks like he's about to carjack the car, and he slams him against there, but it's
because he's got the freaking
yeah
tool to pop the lock.
But he says it's the alarm's going off, but he says that it's his car.
He says, "My car, asshole!"
And there's people like yelling at him back and forth. And we get a Stan Lee cameo. He's like, "Don't make me come down there, you punk!" And some lady goes, "Gary, how are you?" And he goes,
"How did he say that?" Yeah.
Hold on. I wrote it down.
Okay.
Marjorie, how are you? How's your mother?
How's your mother? Yeah.
And he's trying to shoot his webs, and he just falls face flat because I think he ran out of room.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
On the ground. He keeps trying to call Happy to get a hold of him. He's not answering.
See about his next mission.
Yeah, he's like, "This is Peter, by the way, Parker." And so he's sitting there and he sees some robbers come into a little bank trying to break into an ATM. They're all dressed like Avengers. They got Avenger masks, not dressed like them, but they got the little plastic masks. And
See the
like,
little
you're
mask, the little mask that you get during Halloween time and stuff like that
Like
when you're a
$5,
kid,
yeah.
like $5.
like, you're not the real Avengers. Like, Thor. I said Thor. Hulk, Thor, it's nice to meet you. But one of them shoots. Yeah, I said it. That's okay. I said it. Oops. Cut that. Horthulk. Sounds like something from Coneheads. North of the Gardak.
That was funny.
Yeah, and they got a weapon, like, I guess, anti-gravity, and he's humping around. They're trying to shoot him. Well, he gets caught in it first.
Yeah, he does. He caught in it. Yeah, if you remember. Yeah.
But then someone's watching security footage, and one of the weapons backfires, and it shoots a laser through Mr. Delmar across the street. Not through him, through his building. Jesus. No. And he saved him.
But he didn't die.
No, he didn't die. And so Happy finally calls him, and he's calling him.
Yeah.
But where is it? I wrote that down. And Peter's telling Happy about everything, and but Happy don't care. But they're getting ready to move out of Avengers Tower. I guess this is where they are in at the end of Age of Ultron and Civil War.
Yes.
They're the little compound.
Yeah.
They're moving upstate. Peter's upset. Because he keeps calling Happy, and Happy says, "Hopefully the cell service is worse." And he loses his bag. He's like, "I'm very responsible." He's like, "Oh man." He's like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "I lost my bag." They don't sound too responsible. I'll call you back. Feel free not to.
Feel free not to.
So he sneaks into his room. Oh, he talks to Ned earlier because they want to build a Lego set Death Star.
The Death Star, yeah.
And he sneaks into his thing very quietly. Everything's good.
You see? Go ahead.
He jumps down, closes the door. He's still in the Spider-Man garb, but without the mask. He sighs of relief, and as he turns around, Ned's sitting on his bed, has the Death Star.
You see him going.
And he just drops it. And
it's
he's
shattered.
Like, "You're the Spider-Man." He's like, "Yeah, don't tell anyone." He's like, "You got to keep it a secret." And he goes, "I don't think I can keep it a secret. This is the coolest thing in the world." And this is where,
keep it.
May sees him. Not in the Spider-Man suit, but he's in his underwear.
Yeah.
She's trying to cook, but they're going to eat somewhere. And he said, she's like, "Put some clothes on." And he just can't believe that Peter's Spider-Man and didn't tell him. And he's like, May doesn't know, and it's like, yeah, she can't know. And he's like, I mean, everything that's happened with her, please, Ned.
Yeah, she doesn't need to know. Yeah,
yeah, which is an Uncle Ben reference. I think the only Uncle Ben reference in there. Which I was telling him it would have been funny to get a flashback with Uncle Ben because we never see Uncle Ben. I thought it would be funny as if Uncle Ben was Joe Pesci because he was with Marissa Tomei and My Cousin Vinny. That would have been a funny little reference. That
was fun.
I think that would have been cool. A small scene. We didn't need to see him throughout half the movie like Tobey Maguire Spider-Man or a third of the movie.
Vinny. Everything that guy just says, bullshit. Thank you.
That's a good movie. I watched that for the first time 3 years ago.
I love that movie.
Funny.
It's nothing big and extravagant, but it's funny, and it's one of those movies that draws you in still. And I love it. I love it.
So, and he's asking him all kinds of questions. Oh, because they went to go eat, and because she burned the food, but Ned can't go. And she sees on the news of the Spider-Man thing, and he said, she's like, if you see something like that, run the other way.
Yeah.
And she's like, she don't like that Tony Stark because he mentioned about the internship. She's like, I don't know, something about that Tony Stark.
Yep.
And then some dude brings her some food, and he's like, it's on the house, and he winks at her. It's like everyone's hitting on Aunt May.
Stop hitting on Aunt May, damn it.
You didn't see anybody do this to Rosemary Harris in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man because Aunt May was 80. Which I never understood that.
Was it Sally Field who was Aunt May in
Andrew Garfield's
version? Yeah, that's right.
So Ned the next day is asking him a bunch of questions like, can I be bitten by the spider? He's like, the spider's dead, Ned. He's like, can you lay eggs? Like, no. It's like, how far can you shoot your webs? He's like, you should stand on a building and just shoot them.
It's like, just shut up, Ned.
Yeah. So they're doing they're in the gym.
Oh yeah.
We get a educational like Captain America thing. And it's I was telling him because we watched it when Cap was in. It's Chris Evans in the Avengers 2012 attire, and he's talking about fitness.
He's speaking to kids about fitness. Yeah,
and he points. He's like, "This is the coach right here." He points on this side,
and the coach
is on the other side because he didn't give a shit. He's like, "All right, I'm pretty sure this guy's a war criminal now, but I got to show these videos." And Ned asks about, did you meet him? He's like, yeah, I stole his shield.
Yeah, that's right.
So they're exercising, and then they hear Liz and her friends talking about the superheroes. She mentions how she likes Spider-Man, and Ned knows that Peter has a crush on her. He's like, Peter knows Spider-Man. It's like, oh, you son of a bitch.
It's like, why? Why would you do that? Like,
yeah, Flash comes. He's like, yeah, he's friends with Peter. Peter's friends with Spider-Man, and he's like, yeah, just like what's his name? Flash comes down and says, yeah, just like Coach is friends with Captain America. And so they're talking about a party, and she invites him.
I like his smart ass quips in there. That's why I like his version of Flash because he's got that smart ass remarks and everything. I love that.
So she invites him to their house party, and he invites Spider-Man, and May drops him off. When Ned has that hat, and she goes, Ned, some hats wear men, but you wear that hat great. He said, thanks, it gives me confidence. So they get out. He don't want to go, but they get out.
They get out anyway. Yeah.
And they go into the house. Liz answers the door, and she's talking to him, but she's got to go take care of something. And he's like, I don't think I could do this. He's like, I'm just going to be myself. And then Ned goes, nobody wants that. And he's like, dude.
Nobody wants that.
But
what an asshole.
We get
Penis Parker, remember?
Yeah, flashes the DJ and calls him Penis Parker. So he's setting it up to go out there, put his Spider-Man costume on. He's about to go out. Ned's going to call him to come in. But as he's up there, he sees something going down in the distance. So he tries to make his way with all of his webs, but he stops and shoots a long web to nothing. Because he landed on this golf course. Yeah. And there's nothing for him to web to, so he has to run.
He starts running. This is stupid, or however he said that.
Yeah, this is stupid. So he runs, and he gets there, and you see the two Vulture guys, his henchmen selling a weapon to another dude, which we'll talk about later.
Right.
And he said, he's like, man, I just want something regular. Why are you trying to outsell me, man? And Peter gets there, and Ned calls while he's there. So
you hear the yodeling in the background for his
ringtone. Stupid ringtone. I kind of want to put that on my phone. Watching this movie a couple times over the last couple of weeks, getting some information. I would like that ringtone. That dude, the Shocker, he calls himself with that glove, hits Peter, and then they all drive away.
The Shocker.
Yeah, the Shocker. He shocks people.
Hey.
Shocker.
I'm sorry. Shocker.
So Peter's chasing him, trying to get to there, and he there's a Ferris Bueller reference where he runs across it. You see even a clip of it. Oh, yeah, of him running through the thing. He lands where those little girls are trying to have a camp out, and his eyes are all messing up. They scream. He's making it through, and he gets to the van trying to pull the doors off. Well, he gets the doors off.
Of them off.
And one of the weapons comes off and breaks, and we see it laying there. But He's about to get there because he gets off of it, but then he gets there running around on top of the houses, and he jumps off about to get him, and the vulture comes and grabs him, brings him up in the air, and then drops him. And he falls into the water. He has a little parachute in the little
wrapped
spider
around
back.
him, yeah.
And he fell in the water, wrapped around him, but Iron Man comes to save him. And talking about his suit warmer. Tony was mad that he did that, but he saved his life, It's like, if I wouldn't have done this, you'd be dead.
Yep.
And I put everything in this suit. He's like, did you put a tracker in my suit? He's like, I put everything, even this heater. And I see the steam coming off whenever he did it. And I was thinking to myself, like, man, that looks pretty warm.
Honestly, yeah.
And he's like, you didn't have to come. I got it. Yeah, so he's pointing like, he's the source of the weapons. I got to stop him. He's like, oh, are you now? He's like, you didn't have to come down here to save me. He's like, oh, I'm not. And the suit opens and it's empty.
It's empty, yeah.
He's somewhere else. He's like, I need you to leave him alone. And he's like, why? He's like, why? Because I said so.
I'm talking to a teenager.
Sorry. So yeah, he says no, and then he hangs up and flies away. And he goes to find the thing. Oh, he walks up and he sees the piece of the thing with a purple stone-looking thing in it. And Ned calls him. He's like, don't bother coming back. Listen. And it's flash at the things like, when I say penis, you say Parker. Penis, Parker. And he takes the thing, and then they show they make it back with the van, and it's all messed up. And that dude, that's the Shocker. He doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, he's like, I don't care. And like, eventually he's like, just leave my shop. So he ends up leaving.
No, he's like, he fires him, but he's like, I don't think you can afford me out there. Yeah, because of all the stuff I know. And so he shoots him with a gun. He's like, does this work? And it evaporates him.
Right, he is gone.
Which is crazy because he thought it was an anti-gravity gun.
He goes, I thought this was an anti-gravity gun. He goes, no, that's that one.
So he takes the glove and knocks it out. He's like, here, you're the Shocker now. Gives it to old Bookham, old Dave Chappelle, which his name in the movie is Herman Schultz.
Yeah.
Who is the real Shocker in the comics.
Right.
He's been the Shocker throughout mostly everything. There's been a couple of people, or one other person that was him for a little bit, which the guy that evaporated was that guy. Right. I wrote down his name, Jackson Bryce. That was, he was a Shocker for a little bit, but it was mostly well,
that particular guy,
Herman Schultz.
That particular guy, we were talking about what we've seen him in. I can't remember the guy's real name. Can't remember his real name, but he plays in the spin-off show of Yellowstone called Marshals, and he's pretty good in that show.
Where are we? Yeah, so he gives it to him, and he's the Shocker now. The Peter and Ned are trying to get the core out of that thing, and they get it out. They hitting it with the hammer while they're in like shop class or something.
Yeah.
And they're walking. They're walking through the hall, and then the two guys come. Two of Adrian Toombs' men. They go into the shop, but Peter and them aren't there. They got a little tracker thing that tracks the signature of the device, but Peter and them sneak away from him, and Peter plants a tracker on one of the guys, and then they have a scene of them watching them, and they end up going to Maryland.
Yeah.
And he's like, how am I going to get to Maryland? It's a few hours away from Washington, where their little thing is. The
Cathlon?
God, yeah. So he joins back, and he's like, you're not just going to be welcome back, Peter. And the teacher's like, welcome back, Peter.
That was fun.
Yeah, so they get on the bus, and they go. And then Happy calls him because he's tracking him. And he's like, I'm just going to a decathlon for school.
He goes, I decide whenever something is safe or something like that? And he goes, sounds safe.
It's like, I'm watching you.
Yeah, but I'm watching you. I was like, shut up, Happy. Go on somewhere.
So they get there, and they're checking on Peter's suit, and they realize that a lot of stuff is locked by the training wheels protocol. And he takes the tracker off. Good luck tracking this lamp. And Peter wants Ned to unlock everything, but he's like, man, this stuff's locked for a reason. He's like, well, just do it. And he's like, fine.
It's like, isn't this illegal or something?
He's like, I'm not. He's treating me like a kid. He's like, but you are. He's like, yeah, but a kid can stop a bus with his bare hands. He's like, I just don't feel right about this. He's like, come on, man, be my guy in the chair. He's like, don't do that. So he's like,
at first, I had no idea what the hell that meant.
Yeah, because he wanted to be the guy in the chair to help him
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
But he
Well, when I first heard that, I was like, what does that even mean? And I figured it out.
So he's getting ready to leave to go follow them, and Liz wants him to go swimming with them because they're trying to get down there. I love how Flash runs by him and slaps him on the ass.
Yeah, I was like, wait, what? What is he doing that for?
But she takes the stuff pretty serious, but he also needs to cut loose.
Yeah, just
but
a little
he
bit
goes, as he's going, he's like, I want to go. So they go down there. He says he's going to meet him down there, but no, he leaves. He gets down to where they're going, and when he puts on his mask, his suit starts to talk, which later on he names Karen, which I didn't realize this. Doing notes is that the voice of Karen in the suit is Jennifer Connelly.
What?
Yeah.
Nice.
And speaking of Jennifer Connelly, did you know that she's married to Paul Bettany?
Yeah.
Vision.
Yes.
So.
Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, but I had no idea that was her voice.
Mm-hmm.
That's Karen.
Yep.
That's crazy.
So yeah, all the features are unlocked. So he's trying to get the guys, but every time he tries something, she throws out different things like instant kill. He don't want to kill.
I don't want to kill it.
Taser webs, all kinds of stuff, and it just doesn't work.
I love he did the rapid web fire. He's trying to swing and what the hell was that?
But we catch Toombs' men, which they're basically keeping an eye on a convoy coming by that's carrying some stuff.
Right,
and then Adrian gets in there with these little balls that when you throw them down, they spread, that open up.
They open up a little portal or whatever.
So he gets down there and he's trying to get the stuff. Peter gets down there too. And he's trying to get away, but he stops him. And then ends up knocking him down into the thing. And he when he does that, he knocks one of the balls off, it falls in. And so he jumps to try to get out and he knocks himself cold.
Smoked his head on the top of that damn.
And when he finally gets out of there, he realizes he's in the damage control
building.
And he's trying to get out. And he's
talking to Karen the whole time. Yeah.
Come to find out, he was only there for 37 minutes. All the stuff that he was doing, it took 37 minutes. So he's like, yeah, I got to get out of here. So they're running a little thing. Oh, he gets into there where all the stuff is.
Control panel and all that, yeah.
He sees the stuff. The purple thing that Ned had.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, we got one of these. And then Karen in the suit tells him that it's basically a bomb. And he gets freaked out, so he's trying to call Ned, but he can't get signals. So he goes to the thing and tries all the little numbers. And he finally gets out, and it's like morning. And he's got to head back. But they're already at the decathlon. He's trying to call them, but they're not answering.
Yeah, because he realizes that the little thing was a bomb.
Yeah, so they win their competition.
And they're going to celebrate by going to the...
when they have the trophy and they're walking to the Washington Monument, you hear Flash go, Mr. Whatever, can I be the one to tell Peter that he's expelled? But he finally gets a hold of Ned, and he's trying to tell him, but he's not listening because they're trying to go through the metal detector and stuff. And Liz is upset that he wasn't there, but she's like, you're lucky we won. But it hangs up. He's trying to get there as fast as he can. They get into the elevator, and as they're going up, you got the
lady. She's giving them the tour, and she's so freaking dull about it.
Unenthused. She's probably done it 3 or 4 times already that day. But when Michelle was down there, and then the teacher asked, don't you want to see? And she said something about, I don't celebrate things that were built by slaves. He's like, it wasn't built by slaves. And he turns to the security guard. He's like, He's like, enjoy your book. Yeah, they get in there. They're going up, but the thing shoots out and messes up the elevator. So it's about to fall. So Peter tries to get up there, trying to get in, trying to find a way, while the Flash is trying to get out of there as fast as he can, but he's messing up things.
Yeah.
So it's going to fall like faster. So he finally gets it. He's trying to get in there. A helicopter tries to stop him, but he does that little flip over with his little wings.
Over the blades, yeah.
And then go right through and catches the elevator just in time. But then he falls and gets in, and he catches it on the top, but he has his feet on the top of the elevator.
The elevator shaft, yeah.
He's like, is everybody okay? And then Ned starts to yell.
He's like, yes, yes.
Like, whoa, big guy, don't do that. He's like, I'm sorry, sir, sorry. Everyone gets out, except Liz was the last one, but he catches her when it falls. And then out of all the stuff that Peter told Karen, the suit, she's like, here's your opportunity, Peter. Kiss her, like in front of everyone. But he ends up falling, and they're like, thank you.
Yeah, the teacher's like, thank you.
So when Flash goes, are you really friends with Peter Parker? So, and then they show, everyone with their family, Liz with her mom, and Aunt May sees Peter. Everybody's safe, but they have that news report talking about how Spider-Man saved them.
Yeah.
And the teacher goes, he's like, couldn't bear to lose a student on a school trip. Not again. So it makes me like, what did they do?
Like, what? Yeah. Or like that one of the students that was a contestant at the decathlon. It was like some shit started happening. It was like a Bon Jovi concert. It was like, wait, what?
Yeah, it was like Bon Jovi concert.
But it kind of made me happy though, because that generation knew about Bon Jovi.
Yep.
That kind of made me proud.
So they're in school, and then Ned tells him that what's it like being a hero no one knows. And he's like, it feels good. So he's about to leave. I mean, they're like, let's go to class. He's like, I ain't going. And he's like, you're in so much trouble already.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, I don't care. Because he's like, I'm probably not going to come back here. And as he's trying to go, the principal stops him to go into the
my office.
Yeah. He gets put in detention, and Captain America comes up in the video. So, you got detention. And then he's like, I can't take it. And the coach is the part of it, but he runs out. He's like, hey, come back. He's like, I don't care.
No. And of course, the president, not the president, the principal.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. Because there's something in the scene that deals with it. I'll explain that too.
Well, I mean, I was just going to mention what else he was in.
Oh, was it? Yeah. Sons of Anarchy.
Yep. And?
Yeah, so he talks to the principal later on, but that actor, Kenneth Choi, he was, I can't remember his character's name, but he was in Captain America, the First Avenger, one of his Howling Commandos that helped him out with Dum Dum Dugan and all them.
Yep.
Yeah, so he is the grandson. He's playing the grandson of that guy. It even shows in his office a picture of him from back in the day, and he keeps it with him, So it's the same dude, but he's playing his grandson.
Right.
So I thought that was a really cool bringing characters back like that.
That was pretty cool. I actually enjoyed that.
So Peter gets out of school, and he's going home, and he's trying to find out about the people with the weapons. He realizes that the suit records, so he's trying to find the three guys that he was talking to that night, or he caught up with that night. The two shockers, he didn't recognize them, but they had another guy. His name's Aaron Davis, and he goes to find him, and we get Donald Glover as Aaron Davis. Now, Aaron Davis is a comic character.
Okay.
When Spider-Man catches him, and he tells him, like, look, he's looking for the weapons, and then he says, I don't want those weapons sold him
In my neighborhood.
He's like, I got a nephew that lives here.
Right.
Aaron Davis is the uncle of another popular Spider-Man character.
Okay.
Who is younger than Peter, and he's half black, half Hispanic.
Okay.
Miles Morales.
Sounds familiar, like I've heard that before.
Have you ever seen those Across the Spider-Verse or Into the Spider-Verse cartoons?
Yeah, I've seen some. Okay.
That's Miles.
Okay.
Yeah. He's not live action yet because they're supposed to be releasing one more movie, and Sony doesn't want to give Marvel the rights to use him just yet until they're done with their trilogy of movies.
That'd be pretty cool to see Miles as a real life character now.
Yeah. And also, Aaron Davis in the comics is the Prowler.
Of course. Like whenever he tells them who's involved, where they're gonna be at, and everything like that, and he starts running away. He's like, "Hey," he's like,
"Come fix this."
Come fix it. No. Yes, he goes. That'll dissolve in about 2 hours. He goes, "Oh no. Come fix this."
I got ice cream, man. He's like, "You deserve it. You're a criminal."
See you later, Mr. Criminal.
Well, couldn't he just rip it up? I don't know.
Seriously, he could have just ripped it up, but at the same time, he wanted to teach him a lesson for being a criminal. Yeah. So I kind of get it.
So he gets to the ferry, and when he gets there, he's noticing we see a character, Matt Gargan, who in the comics is the Scorpion. He's part of the weapons deal, and they have some other people with him, and then you see Dave Chappelle sitting back to back with Adrian Toomes. So that's where Peter gets his sight on him, and Aunt May tries to call. He hangs up. He's trying to get up. He's about to go get him, and then Tony calls him, and he's like, "Hey, Spider-Man!" He's like, "What are you doing?" He knows that Peter did all that stuff.
He's trying to congratulate him. Yeah.
He's like, "What's that sound?" He's like, "I'm in band." Happy said you quit band. He's like, "I gotta go. Don't hang up on me." It's like, "You just hung up on Iron Man." Oh shit!
You're in trouble now.
So he webs up the guys. They all pull the guns on him. He's like, "But I'm on your side." He takes them all out. He flips Matt over the edge, and one of the cars comes and hits him down. Then we get Vulture coming. Well, he has his suit hidden. Yeah. He goes to get his suit, and he's trying to take Spider-Man down.
And he knocks the old dude out, slams his head into the van.
Yeah, to take pretty bad too. And then he takes the weapon from him, but it knocks him on the ground and makes it unstable. He tries to web it up, but it shoots like a laser, like across.
Yes.
And it splits the ship
in half.
But it's like this, So he's trying to save it by using his webs, and it's just not working. It's not strong enough. And then as he gets to the end, and he's holding them like this, and he's pulling, and it seems to go, but then it starts to go easier. And then he looks at the window, and you see Tony's pushing it.
Yeah, you see Iron Man.
And he looks up and goes, "Hi, Spider-Man." It's like, uh-oh.
I love that. It's like, you're in trouble.
You're in trouble now. And he gets these little rockets and shoots it, puts them on each side, and the rockets are pushing the ship together, and he welds the ship together, which I don't know how long that ship would go. He welded the top, but there's still like cracks. I don't know. I guess that they had people coming to rescue him.
Right.
And he's like, Spider-Man's like, "Is there anything I can do?" And he's like, "You've done enough.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
In trouble.
So you get, where are we?
The last place you were at.
Yep.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, so Peter is sitting there, and Tony comes up and is like, Peter screws the pooch, and he's like, "Is everybody okay?" "No thanks to you." It's like, "No thanks to me. I tried to tell you about him. You didn't listen." And the suit in this scene, this is cool.
Oh yeah, if you would have been here.
Yeah, if you would have been here, you would have known. Because last time he talked to just the suit. But when that suit opens,
His eyes.
and then Tony pops out, he's like, "Oh shit, I'm in trouble."
I am so screwed right now.
And he's like, "People said that I was crazy to recruit a 14-year-old kid." He's like, "I'm 15." He's like, "This is where you zip it."
The adult is talking now.
And he says, "What if someone would have died? That would have been on your conscience." He's like, "What if you would have died? I feel like that's on me." You know?
It's like, and I can't have that.
I can't have that on my conscience. And he's like, "All right, this ain't working. I need a suit back." For how long? Forever.
It's like, I don't have anything on.
No, he's like, "I'm nothing without the suit."
I'm nothing
Like, if you're nothing without the suit, then you didn't deserve it. He's like, I don't have any clothes on. He's like, "We can work something out."
We can work something out.
And he gets back, and Aunt May is a mess.
Yeah, she's been trying to find him and stuff like that. She's worried about him and all that.
He's not telling her what happened, but he's just saying, "I lost this dark internship," and he's sad. So he has to go back to school and join back everything again to make amends. This is the scene where he's talking to the principal.
To the principal, yeah.
And you see the picture in the back. He's doing all this stuff, and he's going to the back. He builds his Lego thing with Ned. You know, and they got a little. I didn't mention they got a cool little handshake.
Yeah, I like the handshake.
I wonder how long it took him to memorize that. He's going to the bathroom, but he sees Liz, and he apologizes for what he did to her.
And then he finds out that
and he finds out, He ends up telling that he likes her, and she likes him too.
Yeah,
she don't have a date to the dance, so he asks
her out.
She says, "Yeah." He's at home trying to get ready, trying to learn how to tie his tie and get dressed.
May, I need your help.
I still don't know how to tie a tie. Teaching him how to dance too.
Yeah, I love how he's like, "May, I need your help," and she shoots up like it's a big emergency.
Yeah, but she drops him off at Liz's house. And Corbett, you said you saw this movie, of course.
Yeah.
Besides, before me and you watched it.
Yeah.
Did you see this coming at all?
I did not see that coming whatsoever.
Okay,
and this is what we're talking about. Go ahead.
So he gets to Liz's house to go pick her up, and the door opens, and it's Vulture. It's Toombs. He's her father.
Yeah, there was no kind of clues whatsoever pointing to the fact that he was her father.
The only thing that he said was that he's got a family to support.
That's all he said, but I don't consider that any kind of a...
Yeah, so when I saw this in theaters opening night. When he opened the door and his face shows up, I think everybody in the audience collectively went, no one expected it. None of them expected it.
I know
if you say you did, you're lying.
Now, whenever I first saw this movie, I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. And also, too, not to make fun, but Liz is light-skinned. And you see her with her mom, she's black.
Yeah.
You don't expect that.
You don't expect
You expect another black guy or, anybody. You did not expect him. If you're saying you did, you're lying.
You're a liar.
I didn't see this coming.
But
the look on his face too stays that way the entire time that he's with him.
Yeah.
And he's trying to crack jokes, and he's like a good dad. He's just doing bad things, that's the thing.
See, and that's the thing. Like you said, he's trying to do something for his family, to support his family.
When he goes...
he's doing about it the wrong damn way.
Yeah. When he goes, what are you having, Peter? You having this or this to drink? He's like, alcoholic. He's like, I'm too young to drink.
Good answer.
And then Liz comes out. He's like, how's she look, Peter? He's like, you look really good. And he's like, right answer again. And it's just the whole time when he's trying to talk, he's focused on him because he's like, this is the bad guy.
Yeah.
Adrian has no idea, but Peter's just focused on him. And no one goes, Peter, what are you looking at? Well, no.
But then also again, he has a thought about who Peter is, but he's not quite sure.
Not yet.
It's
coming up.
Not yet.
He's driving them there, but when he's taking pictures, Peter, he looks at the camera and goes, yeah, like no. And then he just looks he's just the constant looking.
Yeah.
And then they get going.
Right, he cannot believe what he is seeing.
Yeah, so throughout this ride, Peter is Toombs is telling him things, Liz is telling him things, and Peter's like trying to be coy about it, but
trying to be really, really calm about it.
Basically, Toombs figures it out right there that he's Spider-Man because
of the way he's acting, the way his voice sounds, and he always disappears.
He's putting that together, which in the other movies they don't put together that Peter's Spider-Man, but because of the voice.
Yeah.
Adrian's a smart criminal, so he figures it out.
He's like, have we met at one point? He goes, the voice. He's like, your voice, like. I was like, he already knew right there.
He knows right there. So they get to the school. He figures it out. He's like, I'm going to have a talk with Peter, the old dad talk. He's like, does she know? He's like, no. He's like, close to the chest. I like that. He basically threatens him, like, if you bother me again.
But he threatened him in the most, like, polite manner I've ever seen.
Besides threatening to kill him and everyone?
Yes, exactly. Everyone he loves, he did it in the most polite way. And I'm like...
And he's like, what do you say? And he's like, thank you. He's like, now go in there and show my daughter a good time.
But not too good a time.
Not too good. Drops him off, he goes in there. And everyone's waving. And then Michelle looks at him and waves. And
it's like, wait, come on.
He's upset. And he goes to tell Liz. To her, and he's like, I got to go. And like,
you don't deserve this.
You don't just, man, just like, leaves her there.
But like, she's so excited to be there with him, and then all of a sudden he bails on her. But it's like, I understand his reason.
So he goes to his locker and he picks it up because he's strong. He's hiding his old suit in there, so he grabs it. And as he takes out the back, Shocker's there, and he punches
the shit out.
It's like, what if he would have went a different way?
Yeah.
What if he was just waiting there?
Like, Shocker would have been like, come on, man.
So they get in a fight, knocks his web shooters. He can't fight. He's beating the shit out of him. When he knocks him into the bus, he looks under the seat and he sees the gums.
Yeah, it feels gross.
But yeah, he's beating the shit out of him. And he's about to hit him, and then like the webs come and grab him. And when it looks, Ned's holding the thing. Yeah. And then Peter, boom, knocks him up and webs him. And he tells Ned, the Vulture guy is Liz's dad. I got to stop him. So
call Happy.
Yeah, call Happy. So he gets him to be the guy in the chair. He's in their computer room fixing up everything for Peter, and he's trying to get out of there. He steals Flash's dad's car.
Yes.
And he's trying to get Ned to teach him how to drive it.
When he hits the bikes and he's like...
But he... And he's also trying to call Happy. And he's also tracking Adrian because he left his phone
in the car,
So he's doing all... So he gets a hold of Happy. He's like, hello, who's calling? Oh, sir, I'm calling for Peter Parker. Oh, you gotta be shitting me.
He goes, who are you? He goes, I'm an associate of Peter Parker, bitch. Oh, you gotta be shitting me. And he hangs up.
So, yeah, he gets there. And Toombs is just waiting there. He's getting things ready. And it's like, he was so calm when Peter shows up, of how much he threatened him, in the thing. But when he sees Peter, he's like, Peter, like, I was expecting you or something.
He was all polite about it.
Yeah. But he's not necessarily a bad guy.
No.
He's just...
he's trying to do what he can do for his family.
Right. Yeah, what he's trying to do for his family.
He's doing what any other dad and husband would do in a rough situation. But at the same time, it's like, there's other ways to go about it. Don't turn to a life of violence and crime and shit like that because you're struggling.
So what he's telling him that, like, all the better people, get all the money and stuff.
Yeah, like Tony and everything like that. Arrogant.
They're the little guys, and he's like, I just got to support my family. That's all it is, like you said.
That's all he was doing.
And so he's trying to... Peter's about to stop him, but he's like, I've mostly just been stalling you. And his wings come in, and it's hitting all the pillars. And
he goes, that thing hasn't hit me yet. It's like, thing was, really wasn't trying to.
Yeah, so the building falls down on Peter. And I went and seen this in theaters. Like, you could see people there were some people with their hands on their heads like this.
They did that.
Yeah, when he, you've seen heroes get beat up.
Yeah.
But it's his cries for help
whenever he realized he was in a very big, difficult situation that he couldn't
he
get out
couldn't
of.
breathe because it was every time he breathed, it knocked the air out of him because it's
There's concrete and shit on top of him.
Yeah, my wife too was sitting next to me at the time we seen it, and she had her hands up, like almost in tears.
Yeah.
But he's the hero; he's gonna get out. But it's like one of those moments, like, is he? But he sees their reflection. He takes his mask off, and it falls in the water. But it's like half his face, half the mask, which is a comic shot, by the way. And also, when he picks up the debris, there's a shot from the comics where he picking up debris like that. He gets out, and he's trying to get to Toombs.
Yeah.
This is moving day. So that's where Happy is, trying to get everything ready.
Moved and
the plane that has all the stuff takes off, and it has reflective panels to make it invisible because it's trying to do it all in secret.
Right.
But that's where Adrian's going. The last job to get what they can so they'll be set for life.
Right.
And Peter tries to stop him. He gets in there, and the wings are like onto the bottom of the plane.
Bottom of the plane.
Keeping like a suction in, so when he gets in there and looking for everything, and then Peter gets on there trying to kick that off, but he kicks it enough for the vacuum to like suck.
Yeah.
And the alarm's going off, and he looks at the cameras because it's flown by AI, and he looks at the camera, and Peter's trying to kick it off. And then he gets off, and him and Peter have a fight on the plane.
Yeah.
Plane being destroyed, things just blowing up, while Happy's sitting in a chair at the old Avengers Tower, kind of just watching. And then he sees it on fire, trying to crash. But Peter tries to stop it by pulling the wing so it'll turn and not hit people because it's heading towards like a populated area.
Yeah.
But it ends up crashing on the beach. And Peter gets pretty messed up, and then him and Adrian fight some more. There's like
that was a pretty badass fight scene.
Yeah, especially the part where he was on the ground and he shot up and got on top of Vulture, but then he knocks him off and he hits the ground and he grabs him with his claws
and just slams him into the ground. That was cool.
Yeah, and then picks him up and he threatens him, and then he throws him aside. But he grabs a piece of something to take so he won't go empty-handed.
Right.
And then you realize that his suit was made by alien technology, and it has one of those purple bomb things in it. And Peter's trying to save him, and he runs out of web, but then it ends up blowing up, and he's like, yeah, I can't let this guy die, so he goes to save him. He pulls him out of there. And then when Happy and the crew go to check the thing, he's webbed.
He's webbed too, and he's just sitting there like I can't believe I just got caught. I got beaten by a 15-year-old.
Yeah. So he's arrested, and he sees Liz and goes to apologize to her again. She said her dad doesn't want them there
during the trial and all that.
So
they're moving to
Oregon, I think she said.
I think it was Oregon, yeah.
They end up leaving, and then they get Peter's crew, for the decathlon, all them, and they assign Michelle to be the captain because Liz is gone. And she's like, my friends call me MJ. It's like, MJ.
Yep.
You go. And she's like, my friends call me MJ. They're like, I thought you didn't have any friends. She's like, I didn't. Apparently they're all friends now. So they're getting started, and Peter gets a call. She's like, who is that? Where are you going? Why are you so secretive? She's like, I'm just kidding with you. I don't care. And he leaves, but she kind of gives him a look like, maybe.
Yeah.
And Happy's waiting in the bathroom. And he's trying to talk to him, and one of the kids is in there. He flushes the thing, and it's that awkward, 20, 30-second thing.
Silence, yeah.
Where the kid's staring at him weird while going to wash his hands.
And then he walks out of the bathroom, and he's like...
and he's like, the boss wants to see you. He's like, is he in there?
He's in there? In the public bed? No, he's
upstate. So he drives them to the Avengers compound, and Tony meets him and congratulates him over everything. And he basically says he wants him to be an Avenger. He's like, you can move in, and we'll train you. And he even shows him, and he's like, there's 50 reporters behind that door, and we need to tell him something. So they introduce him to the new Avenger, and they shows him a new suit, which is a fucking cool ass suit.
Oh yeah.
Which is a version of the Iron Spider, which in the Civil War comics, Spider-Man wore a red kind of mechanical suit with some gold, and it had like 4 gold
legs.
Yeah.
Legs, yeah.
Which is a cool looking suit.
Yeah, that was cool.
It's like their version. It's not the real thing. But then Peter declines. He's like, I want to stay low to the ground. Tony's like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. He's like, all right. They're looking at the suit, and he closes it. And he's walking away. He's like, this was a test, right? He's like, oh yeah, definitely a test. Like, go wait in the car. So he goes. And then you see the door open, and you see all the reporters back there. They were there, but then Pepper shows up. First time Gwyneth Paltrow's been in a movie in a few years, Which I saw an interview she did after this movie. It was sometime after this movie, probably like around Infinity War Endgame was coming out.
Okay.
She didn't remember doing this movie. She had a small role.
Yeah, I mean, I guess whenever something that's not that big. You go in there, you read your lines, you do your little acting, and you get the hell out of there. You don't remember it afterwards.
But then she probably filmed like parts of Infinity War and Endgame, maybe.
Yeah, true.
Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, she didn't remember doing that. Then they're like, we got to give the reporter something. So.
Why?
So Happy gives Tony a ring he's been holding since 2008. So he's going to, I guess, go out there and propose.
Yeah.
So, Peter goes back to his house, and he sees a bag, and it's from Tony Stark, TS, and he opens it, and it's the suit that he took from him. This cool shot of him in the suit with his mask on, and the camera's spinning.
He takes the mask off.
But in the background, you see Aunt May.
And she goes,
what the fuck? But it cuts out, but before he does, his eyes widen, and that's the
end credits, yep.
That's the end, but we got a couple after credit scenes. We get a mid credit scene where you see Toomes incarcerated, and he meets up with Matt Gargan, the Scorpion, again. And you see he's pretty messed up. His arm's in a brace, and his eyes
all messed up.
And he says that he asked Toomes, he says, like, you know who he is. You know who Spider-Man is, right?
See, that's what I don't get. Because he says, if I knew who he was, he'd be dead already. So it's like, he knows who he is. Why did he lie to him?
I don't know.
That's what I don't get.
I guess to save his life, because Peter saved his.
Either that, or maybe he doesn't want anyone else to find out who it is because he wants to take him out himself. I don't know.
Which I forgot that this actor who's playing Matt Gargan is Michael Mondo.
Okay.
He was in the show, the spinoff to Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul.
Oh, I've never seen that, so yeah.
I've only seen like half the show. I think season 4 I stopped because something happened and I was never able to watch it.
Right.
I just keep forgetting. But he was in that, and he was also, you remember before I was let go from our job?
Yeah.
I was talking about a video game series. I was playing Far Cry.
Yes.
He was in Far Cry 3 as the main bad guy.
Okay.
Voss. He was pretty He was pretty cool in that game.
Okay.
The way you kill him at the end was pretty cool. It's like a knife fight. I don't know. It was cool. But yeah, and we will see him coming up in Spider-Man Brand New Day. And we also get a post-credit scene, which I've told Corbett, but this is my favorite, one of my favorite after-credit scenes. We get Captain America again. And he's like, "Hi, I'm Captain America, here to talk to you about one of the most valuable traits a student or soldier can have, patience. Sometimes patience is the key to victory. Sometimes it leads to very little. It seems like it's not worth it, and you wonder why you waited so long for something so disappointing."
How many of these do we have to do?
Yeah, how many of these? But yeah, that's Spider-Man: Homecoming. That is one of my favorite after credit scenes.
Yeah, that was fun.
You know, everybody waits at the end because we're gonna get something. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes
you don't. Sometimes they just come up with some little funny shit like that, and it's
great.
perfect. It's perfect. Yeah,
trolling us. That's great.
Yeah.
So
and then it says Spider-Man will return.
Yep, Spider-Man is coming back, and the next time we see him, of course, is Infinity War. That's Spider-Man: Homecoming. Corbett, did you like this movie?
Yes, I did. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite a bit.
What would you rate it?
Okay. Of course, naturally, I like the OG Spider-Mans better. But I like the fact that they have Peter Parker as your typical annoying, hyperactive teenager. Because Tobey Maguire's version was too calm and he seemed too old. Like the way he acted in the movie. He seemed too old. Tom Holland's version was your typical teenager. Yeah. That's why I liked it.
Even though he was a little over 20 years old when he filmed it.
That's why I liked it. I thought it was cool. I thought it was good. But naturally, I guess in some ways it didn't satisfy me as the OG Spider-Man movies. So I'm going to give it a 7.
7?
Yeah.
That's a fair score.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this one an 8.
An 8? Okay.
8. This movie was a lot of fun. And it's nice to see Spider-Man in the MCU, especially in his first solo outing, even though he was co-starred by Iron Man.
Right.
The movie was about him. This movie is fun. This movie has a lot of action, and we get some New York web swinging. Not a lot, but we get some. I think that's a lot. That's something that people miss in Spider-Man, especially the next two.
Was this swinging in the movies? Yeah,
yeah. We get hit swinging, but like in the second movie, he's in France or Venice or wherever they are. You know, it's like New York is Spider-Man. You know?
Yeah.
So
New York.
This movie is great, and yes.
It was very, very good. But like I said, I guess I'm still stuck in the past.
It's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Those are good movies.
Sam Raimi's Spider-Man movies. The third Spider-Man movie was a little tiny bit disappointing, but it was still good.
Yeah.
But the first one, man, that was a good movie.
So we're going to continue into the MCU next with, of course, Thor Ragnarok, which will lead into Black Panther, and we're getting to the Avenger movies, the big movies. We'll start with Infinity War.
Yes.
We talk about Spider-Man. We're talking about Spider-Man right now, and talking about the MCU Spider-Man. After we talk about Spider-Man Far From Home, we're going to be jumping into Phase 4, which we're going to get, of course, Spider-Man No Way Home, which we're not going to say it right now, but we know why that movie is really popular. Before we talk about that movie, we're going to talk about all 5 Spider-Man movies. Right before we talk about that movie, we're going to talk about all of them. All 5. Yes. Because we want to prepare ourselves for it, because I haven't seen them in a while.
Right.
So it'd be nice to go through them with fresh eyes to prepare for No Way Home. He hasn't seen it yet.
I haven't seen No Way Home yet. So, yeah.
That's what we're going to do. It's going to be a little bit before we get there, but we're still going to do it. So, yeah. Prepare for Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Right. What the hell?
I don't know. I just wanted to see what happened. But
anyway, but if you've never seen Homecoming, watch it. I recommend it. I recommend it. Tell your friends about it. Get them to watch it if they haven't seen it already.
Tell your grandma. Tell your grandpa. I don't know if they'll know
your
how
mom
to
and
do
dad. I don't know if your mom and dad likes MCU movies and all this stuff, but watch it.
Yeah.
It's good.
All right. Well, like, share, and subscribe, please. And we will catch you in Thor Ragnarok.
Peace.